Okay, so I had an opening joke. Assume it was something, Maria getting shot or whatever, but I'm also not doing a reaction video, so can I just say that trailer was incredible? I mean, it was my everything, and I loved it so much. I mean, I could just go on and on, but honestly, just play me out already. Hey guys, it's Leo Gem, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog to the literal shock and surprise of literally no one. So, what Sonic-related musings do we have for today? Well, we're going to be talking about the Sonic movies again, and how I think that movie Shadow actually could have saved Maria, and that this fact is central to his emotional journey throughout the film. But first, if you like this video and like hearing me talk about Sonic and all nature of things nerdy and fun, then be sure to like and subscribe, follow my social medias, join my Discord server, and maybe tip me over my Ko-fi for only $5 or more if you're feeling generous. It really helps me out and allows me to keep making content like this. But with that being said, let's get back to the video. So, I think everybody here knows Shadow's backstory. I mean, you clicked on a Sonic video, so I imagine you do. Eggman's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, was a scientist who wanted to cure his granddaughter's incurable disease and tried to create ultimate life in order to do so. There was a bit of a scaly situation in the middle, but luckily that little snag was resolved and Shadow the Hedgehog was created. Of course, GUN didn't like that, and there was a raid to capture Shadow, and in the end, of course, Maria died and Shadow was put into stasis for 50 years until Dr. Eggman would find him. We know that Sonic Movie 3 is going to be an adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2, as well as Shadow the Hedgehog. So, how do we look at adapting this story into the movies? Well, I have one particular idea in mind that could potentially make the idea of what happened with Shadow, as well as his personal conflict with the world, as well as Maria, work even better. What if Movie Shadow is an incomplete and unstable creation, at least from a chemical standpoint? Now, you may be asking me, unstable? What exactly do you mean by that, Waze? From the looks of the trailer, Shadow seemed to be perfectly in control of his abilities and kicked all sorts of ass. I doubt that he would actually be an imperfect life form in any sort of sense of the word. And you know what? You'd be right about that. Shadow is in top form when it comes to combat prowess. Sonic in the trailer even says that he's too strong, and I think we can at least assume it's about Shadow since we see Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and several GUN soldiers get their shit wrecked throughout the trailer. But that's not what I'm talking about. Shadow the Hedgehog is the ultimate life form, and from Maria's presence in the film, even if it was for a brief and, quite frankly, adorable moment, it shows that Shadow was likely developed for the same purposes as he was in the games. And those purposes were not to fight. Folks, I am suggesting that Shadow is unstable because he is simply unable to do the one thing that he was designed to do. To heal. He simply can't do it. Now, of course, Gerald and Shadow would work hard on this. Shadow is a living, breathing being. Surely they could fix his chemical makeup so that he would be able to do this. But unfortunately, the two were never able to figure it out. Now, of course, Maria forgave them and still loved them both, believing them to be doing their best, and they were. They never gave up on trying to stabilize Shadow so that he could save Maria, but we know they would be too late for that in the end. When GUN raided the Ark, I imagine Shadow did everything he could to stop them, escape, and protect Maria. But in the end, as we all know, Maria would be shot. However, here's where I think things change. I think that Shadow, in his desperation, would try to save her using his powers as the ultimate life form. And I think in all his chemical instability, he did his best to try and heal the wound and fulfill his purpose, but he can't do it. He can't heal her, and I believe Maria Robotnik would die in his arms. Furious at his own inability, he performs a Chaos Blast, wiping out everything in the room except for him and Maria before other agents would show up and apprehend him as he still holds her lifeless body in his arms. Actually, I think that may even be this scene from the trailer. The room is destroyed and it looks like Gerald is with him, so maybe he ran in before the GUN agents, who are clearly getting to him, were ready to apprehend him. Well, not GUN agents, because GUN is a new organization, but you guys know. Government guys. But that brings us to the present day, where Shadow is finally there to exact his revenge on the world and fight none other than Sonic and his friends. But not only is he angry at the world, but he's angry at himself and his own instability and inability to save her at the end of the day. So not only is he chemically unstable, but he's also emotionally unstable, and I really do think that that will be the crux of his character arc. I think that Shadow himself is going to be treated simply as a weapon by GUN or Eggman or whatever, and that's going to be what defines him throughout the movie, that he's nothing but a weapon, and all he should be used for is really to destroy, that he'll never be a cure, just something to fear. And at the end of the movie, I believe that it's through the emeralds, his own super form, and learning that he's more than just a weapon, that he'll be able to find both chemical and emotional stability, and finally be the cure that he was always meant to be, and be able to stop someone from dying. Probably Tom with the way things are looking.
Sonic! What did you do? What I had to.
But yeah, that's one of the things about Shadow's arc. This is a theory that I've had since around the second movie came out, just like the last one. And what's it? I was only talking about it with friends on Discord and stuff. I'm a writer, so I guess you can have my corny dialogue I did on screen on me trying to match the movie's tone. But yeah, I really have always believed that Shadow's role within the films would be something like this. And with Shadow Generations' Dark Beginnings explicitly opening with Shadow referring to himself as a cure,
Professor Gerald made me the ultimate life form. I should be the key to all manner of medicines. Curing you.
This has me with the hopes that if someone like Ian Flynn is thinking that way, then maybe someone at the movie studio is thinking that way too. But that's how I think. What do you all think? Do you think that Shadow is unable to heal and that his chemical instability matches his emotional instability? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video and want to keep hearing me talk about Sonic and all nature of things nerdy and fun, then please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow my social media in the comments below. And hey, if you want to support me even more, then I'd love a tip over my Ko-fi. It would really help me out. But thanks so much for watching, and with all of that being said, this has been the Lyoko Gem, a warping out.